I'm unable to actually drag and drop. Also, I cannot open the bugs. There's something that's over the bugs. Look at this and fix it. Beat drop. Beat drop. Let's go. Day 34, we got a big day today. A lot of news, a lot to cover. We have a new feature, articles. Articles is gonna be added, and I've been working on it yesterday. I have some big things about these articles. We got a lot of news. A lot to do with the articles. What else within this commit do you recommend that we continue doing? The highest and hardest priorities only. All right. So if you go to the feed, let's turn down the music so I can actually hear myself think. We got a lot going on. There we go. Back straight, shoulders back. All right. So first of all, let's just talk a little bit what's going on in the feed. Our boy's out here dropping some missiles. He's dropping some missiles, all right? He's dropping what is better. Okay? So it's very interesting because one of the articles I wanted to cover today was Max. Is Max, look at that, open router, Med is cut in Washington. Like, who's gonna go to Washington State? This is not safe. DuckDuckGo is not safe. 4 people, $1 billion getting raised, $11 billion valuation. Just get used to it. Very shocked about that. And here we are. Is this it? Is 2026? We don't even have OpenAI public. We don't even have SpaceX public. We don't even have 2026 isn't even done. And are we, and by the way, this was picked up by, I think, 60 sources. So is this where we're at right now? OpenAI and Claude getting chewed away by the word open. Anyone can use it. Is this where we're at? Why am I saying this, by the way? Because our boys out here dropping missiles right here. This is a great post. The long-held belief that China would be left behind Western nations in terms of, so long story short, he's talking about that America has focused on raw power and scaling, or raw power through scaling. Agreed. And just pour money into it. Agreed. Into closed source. Agreed. China is going open weight, providing, I don't know why it's doing that, providing competitive performance in terms of STEM, and obviously quotes right there. So you have Alibaba coming out there with Quen. You have V2.5 Pro, all behind closed source, pouring money in, going for enterprise only. And I replied, I actually made a video about it. This is my video response right here. So if you want to know what I think about the differences, it's way deeper than just benchmarks. This is massive news. You're talking about elite level competition. And when you're at elite level competition, you have to be only going with the best. So if you are Fortune 1000, you can only go with the best. So are they better? United States is not focusing on video at all. Only Google's focusing on, literally OpenAI does images, Google does video. Chinese models are doing video and images. Claude doesn't care at all about either of those. Those are two very big things when it comes to entertainment, entrepreneurship, ensuring that you're putting out content. That's a big part of it too. And Claude they could care less. They just go reasoning, logic, code. Reasoning, logic, code. Obviously, cybersecurity has something to do with this. I'm telling you, this video I talk about, I've really rethought this China summit with the Americas. I think it went terribly wrong, and I guarantee they all left and said, screw China, we're going full max on America. Like, screw China, we're never gonna crack into that population. We'll sell you 500 Boeing Max 747s, allegedly, my opinion only. And I think they all left and they're like, you know what? Screw China. Why? Jensen said that he is investing $150 billion a month, or no, $150 billion a year. All right, well, it's not here. In Taiwan. I think they all just said, obviously Taiwan has all the chips, or the chip makers. I'm telling you, it's gonna be an arms race we've never seen before. I think it's at the top, the Davos crowd is gonna be full bore on winning. And we're gonna see record highs in the stock market, record lows in this, record lows in job losses. I think they are gonna go full, let's make profit, let's make revenue, let's cut jobs and add AI. I can't believe Meta I understand Meta's a public company, they have shareholders, they have investors, they have earnings calls, they have all this. I cannot believe the headlines. Meta has not had one good headline this year. Like, they announced, a newer version of glasses, that's it. If there was a job opening at Meta, I'm not going. Why would I go to Meta when literally Zuck's and obviously leaked video has come, or leaked audio has come out, that they're training their computers to do their employees' jobs for them? Doesn't make any sense. On other news, Alphabet, capital G, which is a great name. This is crazy. Open Router, now valued at $1.3 billion. That's open source. And it's interesting because you already have anti-gravity, and this is Alphabet, who owns Google. So I guess they see the valuation. I have no idea. Maybe they want everything run through their servers. I have no idea. I have no idea what the play is here, investing $113 million. I don't know how they're going to make profit. I think it's maybe training the models. I have no idea. But you have Cursor, you have VS Code, you have all the, obviously Claude has their own, OpenAI has their own, Open Router, you have anti-gravity, you have all of these ways to code. I don't understand this play at all. He is weirdly, I don't know about that. He says that NVIDIA is going to have a huge, in 2 years, just not the demand that they're talking about. He's saying that it's just overhyped, allegedly, my opinion. It'll be very interesting. So we added articles. Articles in the community will be where people essentially will be adding their stuff. I think it's a good ad. I think it's a very good ad, to be honest. I need to make sure that it is better, though. I need a handoff prompt to alert other chats on what we just built. All right, so articles is going to be where people share their ideas openly, freely. We have a discussion about it. We have comments about it. We repost about it. I've been thinking about this literally for years, where people just share their ideas, curate on one website, kind of like just all the other news agencies, except there needs to be some kind of like barrier to entry. Barrier to entry. That's essentially what it is. I just created a new feature in the iCharles community, and it's called Articles. It's a internal for members ability to add articles. I want you to now create the interface, and this is where it's actually living right now. Obviously, it's very MVP, minimal viable product. iCharles community, articles new, I think it is. Articles new right here. Obviously, it's not wrapped. It's not wrapped. Okay. We need to wrap this in the general area for members, the left menu, as well as what else would we add in here? So the user has their own articles. Obviously, they can go and see their articles, what was published, what is waiting moderation by the administrator, but also there has to be metrics. Also, when there's an article published, there has to be comments. Use the code that we have on the iCharles community main feed, as well as a repost option and repost with commenting option as well. Oh, don't tell me it didn't come out. Okay. Just gonna say, come on now. Dude, New York City is getting hot again. All right, so I couldn't even go into the bugs before. Let's go over here. All right, let's make sure it opens. All right, good. All right. So I also added something that will watch video, take screenshots. Let's see where that is. I think it's a skill, I don't know. Yesterday, I coded something that is either a skill or something added where when someone adds a video to the bugs area, that the prompt understands there's a video there and that there are screenshots taken of the video. So essentially you quote unquote watch the video. Tell me where that is and make sure that it's in place because I'm about to give you a prompt that has a video. All right, so let's get that over there. The font as well on the main feed weirdly had a larger, okay, it's the same size. It's still small though. I could say one font size bigger. I don't know. I don't even know if I like that font, to be honest. Welcome, new member. New member. Already giving in bugs, by the way. Already giving in bugs. Not this one. It was this one right here. Non-authenticated user access. I don't know what the bug is, but we'll copy it. We'll say working on, and we'll add it in. All right, so let's open up a new chat right here. All right, let's go over here. Let's do that. All right. What's going on, Jay? What is going on? I saw Bridgemind yesterday, and the guy was live streaming from an Airbnb. And I thought about it. I go, that's interesting. You're from an Airbnb. You're using, obviously the Wi-Fi was not good. But I'm like, I'm not beholden to an office. I'm not beholden to New York City. And I really thought about it. I'm like, what would be the ultimate setup? I wake up, I do my triathlon training on my bike or run or swim. And then I looked up tents. And, okay, good. So when I drop a bug in that has a video, it will understand and know to trigger that skill, correct? Because our boy drops in, do not have, if I click on the link that's in the bio, it just goes to the site instead of just first going, hold up, oh, hold up, hold please. All right. You ask and you shall receive. You ask and you shall receive. I think I'm going to make more videos about US versus China. The amount of unrest that is going to come to the United States in the next 2 to 3 years is going to be, it's going to be a lot. And I thought about this. I thought about this even further is if you have expenses, because they said that the inflation is going up, which is a made up thing, you know. There should be no inflation, but they have to have things cost more so you looks like your investment in capitalism is running properly and your house is making money and it's appreciating and all this other crap. But I thought of this, is New York City was going to propose a law on, I think it was on second homes, and then they had another one on investment units. They're just a bunch of psychos. It was Albany. It was going to be a state law to hit New York City because we have money. And well, myself, now that I'm not practicing as much. So it's interesting because the government is expanding, yet AI is massively undercutting the private sector. The public sector has yet to react to AI at all. They are completely lost when it comes to laws, when it comes to morality, when it comes to ethics of AI. Like, none of it. The Vatican is the only one that's talked about the morals, ethics. They put out an encyclical, and they had the co-founder in Rome with the Pope, and he spoke during the hour and 45-minute video. I haven't watched it, but I really thought about it. If Albany needs more money, and the private sector is going away, and capital, as we know it, is potentially going to be paid in compute or tokens. The government is they are, in my eyes, years behind doing anything. Years behind doing anything. The federal government is so out to lunch. They are so just blind to how this is going to disrupt people. There was a dude that put his genome into Claude, and it like mapped him out to a T. Okay, so what you're telling me is that healthcare, the largest lobbyist in DC, allegedly, you have banking, you have big food, you have big farming, you have production, you have manufacturing, you have shipping, you have energy. All of it is going to be disrupted. All of it. And these knuckleheads in DC are just talking about the dumbest stuff. Like the war with Iran. The dumbest thing you could be doing right now when energy is necessary. It is literally going to be the intel agencies versus AI. It's what it comes down to. And it'll be interesting where the people fall. It'll be interesting where the people fall. All right. What happened to your nose, dog? Oh, yeah. I was out in the sun too long. I look like Rudolph now that I'm looking at it. I should have put it on the left side. Should I put it on the left side? Does it make a difference at all? Does it make a difference? Oh boy. Come on there, Botenston. I have strong opinions on this, and I want to put it out a lot because there is no one talking about what is coming down the road. Washington alone, not Washington, D.C., but Washington, the state. Meta let 1,300 people go. That's taxes, that's spending, that's buying homes, that's high-paying jobs, that is now rent. That's just one small, tiny state. And I would not want to be in DC because there's people in the West Coast who are making moral and ethic value decisions on behalf of themselves to watermark photos so people know that this was made by AI. That's not coming from the government. And then you have Bernie Sanders. Dude, just retire at this point. Just go. You have your 3 houses, you have your $35 million, whatever you have. Just get out. Just go. Just leave. Anyone that's over 65, just go. Just, you hit your retirement, you were corrupt, congratulations, you worked the system, you were a governor for 30 years, you're a senator for 3 decades, you got reelected illegally, congratulations, just get out of here, okay? By the way, I also have to say, Apple, no idea what you're doing. No idea what you're doing. Do the people actually want this? Like, it's cool and all, and I understand Samsung has it, and maybe it's a big seller with Samsung, but I talked to the Samsung guy. He said you have to change either the screen or something every year because the crease is too much. Literally at the Samsung store. I was like, dude, this is crazy. This is beautiful. It's amazing. You have 2 screens on the inside, and I think you have like 2 screens or 1 screen on the outside. It was just a little bit thicker than my iPhone. He's like, yeah, but you got to change this out every year. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. Now we have the ability to read. One caveat, it's not a hard hook, it's a discipline trigger. The skills description, in my opinion, explicitly, okay, perfect. All right, let's see if they could read your video. Very important, because you drop videos in there. Let's go to bugs. It's also 1,000 degrees here. Let's go over here. Let's copy to Claude. Re-extract frames. Rerun. Okay, so it does it automatically. Good. Let's go drag and drop. You're good. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. And then we're gonna work on articles. And the videos are, oh, that went into the wrong one. Now what are you gonna do? All right, let's make the articles better. All right, so that is hopefully wrapping. This thing needs to be wrapped with the menu. It's gonna be added to the menu option on the left side. Maybe the China trip went so bad because they forgot to bring translators. Yeah, that could be an option. Slavic. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Irish and the sun do not match. It was cloudy Saturday, it was cloudy Sunday, it was really sunny yesterday, really sunny today, and that's what happens. That's what happens. All right, so the articles is good. Now we gotta work on the videos. The videos they're getting uploaded. They're doing most of the things. All right, so this one, why do you have 2 videos? Why do you have 2 videos? Let's get out of here. Who asked for that? All right, fix access to the community. All right, so that should be good. Homepage, loads with 0 council. Okay, good. All right, our boy comes in, new member, and he already has a completed bada bing. Yeah, this is gonna be big. I think I can't have anything on. Member structured, and you have bugs and individual features structured. Okay, those are pretty much hand in hand. But I want to work on videos. Let's go over here, make sure that process. You know what happened? I had a great working process when I filmed the video and it went onto my Mac Studio. And then when it went to Cloudflare, they put in a version 2 and totally messed up version 1. That was brutal. That was brutal. And we got a lot of news to talk about. There was so much going on. I look on the streets, dude, there's gonna be mass chaos in the coming months. It will be, you know, they'll some of it will be manufactured, like against our will. You know, we could talk about some events. And then some of it will actually be organic, where people are just like mad, like Occupy Wall Street style, where they're just like, we're done. You look at the West Coast, just those cities are just run like an absolute dumpster. Absolute dumpster. Okay, so that's good. Now let's do this. Let's go in here, and I want to upload the 51-minute video as well. Let's go over here. And we need to find out why there's two videos. They are both the same. And the middle one at the bottom obviously was never either fully uploaded or the process did not work. We have to ensure the process works, the pivot process, because I'm about to upload a 51-minute video. It's going to go under whiteboard, and that's going to obviously go out to the website, article written, go into the members area. I also need to add in that the video is unable to be viewed unless you're a member, because this one is a little spicy. This one 3 years ago would get me kicked off YouTube. We'll just say that. We don't talk about the cough, but we talk about how the world works. Okay, fine. You're good. Thank you for your service. Let's go over here. So the articles is still going. The number alignment, that's good. Thank you for your service. Bye-bye. All right, let's go over here. You know what's funny too? I was listening to the Moonshots. This was an older podcast. They were in Davos, two of the guys. So they're obviously mingling with those folks. The Davos crowd, as I like to say. These people in Davos, obviously, the Davos crowd, you have two types. You have the public, which is part of the government, and then you have the private sector Davos crowd. And they sort of intermingle, not really. But the ones at Davos, they said, don't use AI. Like the world elected officials, they were saying, they had to dumb it down to like little, this is what Claude can do. This is what OpenAI can do. And they said they had representatives from both countries giving speeches, and they said that they were getting frustrated. That's how far behind they are. That's how far behind they are and most Fortune 50 to 500 companies. They're cooked. There's another one that came out and I was listening to the podcast. Excellent podcast on, say, large firms. You can't use the same thinking. Buckminster Fuller said, you can't use the same system. You have to create a totally new system. And Google and them have to disrupt themselves. They have to create new systems based solely around AI. And the companies who do that in the next 5 to 7 years will win. You know, these legacy companies don't go away automatically. They have contracts, they have contractors, they have government contractors. They don't just go away. Like Google's not going to just fold. NVIDIA is not just going to fold. However, there will be Anthropic style just spikes all over the place in healthcare, in food, in medicine, in sleep, optimization, work optimization, CRMs, whatever. They will just start popping up all over the place, and slowly, like 1,000 cuts, bleed. The money will start going into these small guys, kind of like right here. You have 4 guys who just raised $1 billion at an $11 billion evaluation. This is going to be all over the place. This is going to be all over the place. The question is, is there enough money in the private sector? I argue no. Oh, we're not doing this today, are we? We're not stopping, are we? Continue. All right, so let's see what it did. It was supposed to wrap the article with the menu. Okay, it did. Added the articles. Okay. Now there needs to be a public display. This should be a right hand. This is probably new. Yep. Okay. Why is this a thing? It's going to be in the chat.
Oh, looks like AI slop. Looks like AI slop. I can't believe the button is all black. It didn't even do a black and white test.
Okay, write your dumb articles so I could downvote it. I'm kidding. That's sarcasm in the Botenston family. Write your beautiful articles and I'll put it all over the place and I'll sponsor it on YouTube. Sponsor an article on YouTube? Okay, so my thinking is this is menu options on the right side. And then articles main page is the articles. Let's do that. Let's do that. Thank you. All right, let's upgrade it. You need to add in not only doing screenshots on different sizes before you actually commit everything, but you have to do screenshots in dark and light mode as well. As you can see, the new button is all black with not white text. And everything you see put as a right navigation, the main articles are all of the public articles by other users and them themselves as well. Should it be top navigation or right navigation? No, right navigation. Yeah, right navigation. And then the top navigation is going to be like Perplexity, where you have thumbnails. Thumbnails are required. Thumbnails are required. Let's see, does this have a thumbnail? No. Thumbnails are required. Thumbnails are required. All right, Charles, we get it. Also, when people are creating a new article, have a drag and drop area where thumbnails are required and make sure it's the ratio when published of 16:9. This will be at the top of the article underneath the title. And then the order is, when published, the title, the thumbnail. How does Perplexity do it? I like Perplexities. Okay, so they do that, the excerpt, and then the image. Got it. I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. We are actually going to arrange it where you have the title, the excerpt, then the 16:9 image, then the article underneath there. And again, when published, you have the community main feed style commenting system where you can comment, reply to comments. You can repost it with comments. At the top, you have the metadata of the person, when it was published, and then have a bookmark area, and that goes in with the bookmarking system that we already have, which lands on their profile, within their profile. All right. Ooh, that's good. Why is this a thing? Do you mind if I sell your stuff? Do you use OBS or do you make your own I actually did have my own broadcasting system. If I turn it on, it'll shut down. It'll shut down this camera right here. But I use OBS and I brought it back. I don't want to go live because it'll shut it down, but it was actually darn good. It actually worked. And I was actually thinking about it yesterday. It's funny you say that, Mr. Mark, Mr. Misinformation. When I was reviewing my video and when I was coding yesterday, I was actually thinking of going live and like just going live. It would just be the Mac Pro camera and me just talking. But I'm like, I was on a business mindset roll. I was thinking about universal basic income, where the jobs are going to go, what is going to be the reaction by people. The Vatican already wasn't before, unfortunately, AI, which I agree, obviously Pope Leo before him in the late 1800s put out against human dignity, which is correct. You need to have dignity as a human. And part of that dignity is labor, man or woman. You have to have labor, or else you feel that there is no meaning to life. And then that's when you go into chaos, and despair is a sin. So I understand where they're coming from. The problem is, if you say AI bad, this decentralizes everything. That's my issue, is that enterprise level, okay, because that's data centers, that's, okay, I can see your point there. But on a personal level, for me, to go independent, ooh, look at this. I just noticed this article. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I don't like that it says article and that it's bold, but I didn't even think of that. See, that's something Codex would do. That's something Codex would do. Codex would be like, hey, I know you didn't ask for it, but this would be a good place to have people write articles. That's a good idea. So then we can put this in there. And then within the, did you say that it was rich text editor? Yeah, because you need to link, put in, it does get hairy, to be honest. I tried to do a Squarespace style blog system. It is a little bit more complex once you start going that route, which I guess you would, because then how is it formatted? Then you could, I guess I'll add that in. All right. Yeah, do you pay in compute power? Oh no, this guy's failing again. Continue. All right, so that's going for the videos. This is going for the articles. Add this to the to-do list at the end. There you go. I thought about it yesterday. There was a representative from the Vatican on a podcast, this secular technology podcast, talking about the document. I haven't read it. I don't know anything about it. But it's interesting to see what the reaction is. And it was, a lot of people were reacting to it, which is very interesting. And, obviously it doesn't talk about, I don't think so. But I thought about it. What is life about? Obviously you have labor, you get paid for your labor, you have your time. And if people don't have the feeling of being content, or they have the feeling of despair, which is essentially Becky, who is 45, unmarried, no kids, and is literally just going down like I'm in a Class A building. I was thinking about this today. I'm scanning my security pass to get into the building, to get into the elevator. It's the Matrix. The Matrix, literally that scene where the woman in the red dress passes Neo and he turns his head and then what's his name, Morpheus, is right there in front of him. Was it Morpheus or whatever? The agent. That's New York City. I was coming to the office. You can't walk in the streets. They actually had to close a car lane, because there's so many people on the streets. As much as people want to say New York City's folding, that's a complete lie. This place is way too crowded. There's way too many tourists. There's way too many people. It is thriving. Commercial is fine. Residential sales is the only thing that's not good. Rentals are through the roof. People are moving here. Young people are moving here. Young people are staying here. That's the only thing is, if the jobs are here, then everything else flows from jobs. Washington State, you lose 1,400 Meta jobs from Facebook or Meta. That's a lot of money. For a small state like Washington. New York City, yeah, that probably happens every day. 1,400. At the same time, I don't know. I don't know anything about the labor statistics, but I was thinking the government is going to have to get in line with the private sector. That's the only thing I was thinking about. If they're this far behind on morals and values of putting out deep fake videos and swaying public opinion around something, a candidate, a corporation, a business, an idea, whatever it is, and there's no watermarking, I got fooled on that stupid bike crash. Like, obviously, once you, like, frame by frame, you see a bike doing something out of nowhere, you're like, obviously this is fake. But we're going to get to the point where it's going to be the best thing that is, 8K. And then the government's 2 years behind. You have mass panic in the streets. What happened? It's too late then. It's too late then. Mr. Smith. Have you made $5? That's a good point. I think I did. Let's go check out. By the way, it's free to become a member, and it's free to be nice and kind. I probably made $5 this week. There you go. No, I mean from your build, bro. Bro, from your build, bro. Bro, what are you building, bro? Even Bridgemind. This guy has 190K, he's making 185. I actually will reiterate, I don't think he's getting much past 250, to be honest. It's just not the right thing. It's not the right product. You have to build it either around yourself or you have to build it around the product. And he's building it right now around himself, but he's not monetizing himself. What he should do is monetize and build his own community like I am. He has 9,000 or 10,000 people in Discord. Like, that's a lot of people. Put those and say, okay, Discord is here, and then the real builders, the people who are actually talking about smart stuff, we got a little paywall. We got a Davos crowd over here. We got to go inside. We have a velvet rope. Very important people only. I like to watch and listen to your live streams while I develop my own. I agree with you. Yeah, if you're missing this time, that one guy from Estonia comes in and he says it's a bubble. Dude, just go out and farm, because that's the best way to look at this. If you want to get involved in corporations or businesses or business, you're either building your own, you're a part of one, or you're at a major company. That's it. Those are the only three. And by the way, if you're by yourself, I include content creators. This one girl shows up on my feed. She liked she's a very pretty girl. In shape, smiling, kind, nice, everything. And she liked one of my Hinge photos. And she had her social media thing. I consider her a creator, lowercase c. Like, I consider that a creator. You have to become a creator. You have to. You cannot be distracted. That's part of my 51-minute video. You cannot be distracted. This time is the people getting on wagons and heading to California because they could maybe sift through rivers and get gold. Like, that is the time. Once it's expired, the towns dry up and people go elsewhere. It's all over the West. Just towns just dry up, bye-bye. That's the same with cities. Cleveland, Pittsburgh. These cities were booming cities. Ohio was booming. You have to reinvent yourself. That's why New York City has reinvented itself. It used to just be finance. Now then it moved a lot to fashion. Now it's heavy on tech and AI. You gotta pivot. Miami has to pivot. Miami is this clubbing culture, podcast culture, just the generosity, and then there's an AI component, Bitcoin component. But I would never be associated with any of those people. They're just yelling on social media, just fighting with, I find it weird, to be honest. And I follow some of these guys, but they're like, well, on X today, I don't know if you saw it, but it went viral. It didn't go viral, okay, dude? it went viral to your crowd. That's it. That's where it went viral. Okay, it's going viral to the things you care about. Okay, if we haven't figured that out, then I can't help you. I can't help you where the puck is going. Okay, you got to be a Wayne Gretzky, go where the puck is going, or you're left behind. You're Estonia. That's it. Just go to the Baltics, Scandinavia. Very tall, handsome, beautiful people, rich on energy. Just go there. Very rich on energy. They get free healthcare. Everything's for free. Everything's beautiful. They all bike ride everywhere. It's a utopia. Just go there, okay? Because major disruptions. Oh yeah, banana jeans. Rice Lake, Wisconsin's on the map because the lumber initiative is, yeah. You have to consider this. The United States has more trees right now than at any time up until colonization. So we have more trees now than 100 years ago. And people are still talking about tree cutting. We have plenty of trees, okay? It's just the level of thinking in this country, unfortunately, went to feelings through the Prussian school system. That's what it comes down to. Okay, let's go. Let's continue this. This was your bio website. All right. So this bug should be good. I thought that was about videos. This one's about videos. Okay. All right. They're committing the videos, and then we're going to move away from that chat because that thing is stalling. All right, let's go to bugs. Let's go refresh. Let's go here. By the way, the music choice you have is so eclectic. Like one time it's Metallica and Disturbed, like Rammstein, and then the next one it's like, I don't know, Bruno Mars. It's like, or it's like Avicii. You go, whoa, this is all over the place. I like it. All right, so you're saying that when you go to a bio, let's go over here.
What are you building, bro? What are you building, bro?
Let's go here. Let's go to, that should be HTTP. Okay, it is. All right. Boneston.com. Or you have to be around. Oh, wow. That name is reserved. Yeah, buddy. Let's go to iCharles. I just put in Google. That was interesting. I didn't put that one in. Why is it saying that? Is it saying nothing? Okay, this is not good. That's not. Let's get the. Let's go here. Type this in. Why is this popping up?
Well, you told me that.
No, it's on click. It's not on create. The protection should be on click, not on create. So when the person puts in the link, we have the link going to a page that says, this is the link you're going to. Do you want to go there? We already have this on the main iCharles community page. I should say feed. Feed. Yeah, I was thinking about it. All these girls in my life that want to go out, they all want to travel. First of all, that takes a lot of money. So that's not happening. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. I would want to have a life of freedom that I can just go to an area and train. Maybe the area I'm going to do an Ironman and get really good at Ironman. I'm just going to get good at two things really well. Well, three things. Family, the business aspect, where I can intelligently have high-level conversations with people at a business level, consultant level, and train for triathlons. It just makes me so happy to train for triathlons. I don't know what it is. I like when it's hot. I like when I'm tired. I like when I'm sweating all over the place, when my bike is going 25 miles an hour and I'm just humming. That makes me happy. You know, I just cannot, I just cannot, you know, I won't talk about this one guy, but there's this guy, he's married, he's got a bunch of kids, he's a great guy, nothing against him. I cannot understand sitting online and having online feuds. You know, the manosphere is full of this. They just have these online girlish drama. It's strange to me. It's just strange. I don't know. It's just not me. And, you know, you do you, boo. All right. So this all should be working. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna try it. All right, let's see. There you go. Oh my gosh, talking about the Vatican. Oh, man, Leonardo. Oh. That's funny. You don't think that's programming right there? That's programming right there. That's programming right there. One of the most famous photos. That's funny.
No, it's not, Charles. Actually, if you really consider it, go deeper into it, it's just really it's just very unpleasant. Okay, so cleaned it up. Let's go into here. Let's go into here. Let's open both of those. Yeah, get this. iPhone, Apple has hit the highest level of stock ahead of their earnings talking about AI and Siri. Bro, you lost it. You lost it. Steve Jobs T-balled Siri for Apple to be what everyone else wants to be, and he passes away, and then just poo-poos Siri. $200 million acquisition down the drain. All right, which one is the 51 minute? This one probably is it. Yep. All right, let's drop that in there. Brainstorm. All right, so this is disgustingly low. That is disgustingly low. Does anyone have a vomit bag? How is that even possible? Is that Cloudflare? Is that Cloudflare? That can't be, because that's not going to my Mac Studio. That is embarrassing. Someone needs to get fired over that. HR? Yeah, come here. Yeah, go to the personal videos area. Yeah, it's uploading at 5 megs a second. Yeah. It'll be done in about 4 hours. Yeah, check back in about 4 hours. All right. Deep investigation on why we are uploading at 4 to 5 megs a second. That is disgustingly low and embarrassing. I'm live streaming right now and everybody is making fun of me in the chat. I'm ready to crawl into a ball and call it a day and end live streaming and vibe coding for the rest of my life. See what he says there. That's what you have to do. Once you start like threatening it, like, I'm down, I'm having a bad day, then for whatever reason, Claude is 4.7 again. It's not 4.5, weirdly. Oh, don't feel down. I'll investigate it. I'm not on the free tier. I'm not on the free tier, so that's a no-no. I'm paying for it because my people deserve the best. Whoops, sorry.
I had another one yesterday. I was like, you have my Open Router API keys.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I skipped right over it. I'm just so sorry.
Dude, people are walking by behind me and they're just looking in being like, what is this maniac doing? All right, let's see these videos. Let's see if they came out. Pipeline source missing the video. So today's pivot, does work. Let's see what the article does.
Okay. This one might be a little too spicy for, talks about putting people on universal basic income. That's that's like bringing Mariano Rivera like to your high school ball game. Your freshman team just had Randy Johnson show up. Here it is. Here's my response. Right here, just press play.
China versus the United States.
By the way, what is this weird black thing? That's not on the video. That's not on the original video. Huh. I also, to make it more professional, I'm thinking of hooking up the Osmo instead of doing it from... Yeah, we got to investigate this. This is a separate chat. All right, we'll put you in over here. Siri is a dog pile. Do you need to buy a domain name? Do you need to buy... Yeah, I would. I have people in Chicago, my dad's side. They've contacted me many years ago, and I should have wrote back. It was my bad. They're like, I don't have many Botensteds in the world. I'm like, I know, it's a unique name. This is what I thought. I didn't actually reply. I should have replied, to be honest. It was not incumbent upon me. I don't even know what that word means, but it was not good on me. And, okay, so what is this? In order, use the Cloudflare stream, routes it with 100 megabyte chunk straight to the, if you keep it at the same origin path for the local. Oh, it's, let's see, that's interesting. So what you're saying is it's getting transcribed first, or that it goes to Cloudflare first? What it should do is go to Cloudflare first, then transcribe. I'm assuming the logical step is go to Cloudflare, then transcribe from Cloudflare, because this should not live on my Mac Studio. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Amired75760? Were you born May 7th, 1960? Or in 2060? All right. Okay, so the articles, let's see. Those are good. Let's see what the articles look like. Interesting. How is it at 26%? That's impossible. That is impossible. 1/4 of the video definitely did not upload. All right, let's reload. Let's go to articles. Okay. Then we should have, nope, bad UI right there. It should not go to a separate window. Should not go to a separate window. Okay. All right. Why is this a thing? Have at it. Ruin it. Ruin it. So it's gonna be, do you want, there should be, because in my personal space, where am I? My personal space, I have docs. So we should just have the basic, editor. Actually, I like this. This is clean right here. That's clean. That's clean. Huh. And then this is really clean, actually. This should be the editor. That should be the editor. You're going to right here. I want you to use the same editor that is in the docs area. Also, when I press new article, do not go to a new page. It should load within the articles page with the right menu options still available. And also add in a category drop-down menu. And the options right now are AI models, tech, and general. Yeah. Let's see. I kind of like the drag and drop though. I gotta fix that. Yeah, I kind of like, I like this. Let's see. Okay, so the whole thing moves. All right. All right. I like this though. I like that. That's clean. Because you have the menu on the right. These could be published, not published. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Like that. Look at that. That's clean. That's clean. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down here. Also, if you look at the docs screenshot, you'll see the left side has folders. I want you to have folders, but published. And what are the other ones? Where am I? Come on, Charles. All right, I actually navigated away, so we'll just go back to articles. So we'll do this. All pending approved needs changes. All community articles goes to articles. Okay, good. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Folders, but published. Yeah, you know what? No, I don't like that. We'll keep it. We'll keep it for now. Because I'm just thinking if there's, 50 articles, 25 articles, it's much better to have rows here. And then you can click on it. And then maybe a pop-up modal for this, write an article. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. When you click new article, have it to be a pop-up modal. And then when there are articles, make sure it's structured in a way that the 16:9 image is sustained throughout the entire way that you feature all of the articles. And then on the upper right area above the menu, have create article button, not in black. Choose a better color that's more inviting. Let's go with that. Add to the to-do list. All right, let's send that out. By the way, how funny is that? People are going to DuckDuckGo thinking that it's secure and safe and doesn't track you. And look at who owns DuckDuckGo, by the way. Just do a little research on that one. Telling you, money is flowing. Okay, I think so. SpaceX AI just got green light to have a fast track to go to the market. Whoever goes to the market is going to get, my opinion, the most amount of public money. And then it's kind of like, so when companies do layoffs, whoever is laid off first gets the biggest severance package. And then the second people get a little bit less, the third people a lot less, and then the fourth people get like half. So you want to be the first one laid off. That's how it works in severance packages. It's the opposite in going public. You have so many firms going public. You have energy companies going public. You have nuclear companies going public. You have obviously all these models are going public. There's a lot of companies going public right now. There's not enough capital to go around. I think, was it Sequoia? Somebody had to restructure out of one AI company, out of another one. And it was such a big restructuring of shares. They had to obviously file it with the SEC. And it went public. So now the whole world knows that it's like what's his name? Warren Buffett. He sneezes and the whole world knows that Warren Buffett just sneezed. And they're like, what does that mean? Is he selling shares of Berkshire Hathaway? All right, let's go over here. This one is the video. All right, we got a lot to do in the video, to be honest. We got a lot going on, boys and girls, if there's any girls in there. By the way, very interesting, to be honest. They have half of the amount of robotaxi. Half. Very interesting. Very interesting. So they're saying, can you deliver? I'm fine either way, to be honest. Human driver, AI driver, but I just know it will be eventually an A. Here you go. Here you go. They are literally, they're saying they're targeting a listing on NASDAQ as early as June 12th. How is that possible? How is that possible? June 12th? How does that go through regulatory? Clearly, people know each other. Clearly. The same day, the New York Times reported AI is preparing to file IPO, Goldman, Morgan, and then September debut, and then Anthropic is going October. Dude, there's not enough capital. It's either international money comes in, or people just wait. And then you see that people are not as excited about OpenAI as they are about Anthropic. Or they're really, really stoked about SpaceX AI and not about Anthropic. So that's massive right there. I think Elon has a lot of pull in DC. To be able to do that, I worked at a private banking institution. Private. It wasn't even public. The amount of scrutiny, if you remove a period from a sentence, it goes through legal, it goes through counsel, it goes through HR and PR and DR and CR and B and Z, and we're like, it's a grammatical error. We made a grammatical error. All right, so this is what should happen and your code base. Browser to Cloudflare stream directly. No, I don't want that. What are you talking about? No, this is on the drag and drop option on the upload area. I'll give you the URL right here. All right. This isn't about, we're not screen recording anymore because that goes locally. I went from local to not videos. Okay, we got to check that out. All right. Come on, Schultz. Here we go. Drag and drop right here. Copy. All right, right there. Bye-bye. Your fault. Yes, exactly. The fix I shipped is so you can essentially put anything you want. All right, let's restart. Let's go to edit. Let's go to botenston.com. Yeah, no, it's still there. It's still there. No, I don't want it on creation. I don't want it on creation. I want it on click. Where am I? Here we go. This is not on creation of the link. This is on when users click the link. A new window has to open and go into do you want to leave this website? It's not on creation of the URL. This is still hitting a error. When I try and create anything, when it comes to links in the bio, you have the entire screenshot, it gives me this error. Remove the error. You could put it through some open router security to make sure that the URL is not suspicious or malice, but on creation, it's fine. It's just on click. We have this feature on the iCharles main community feed. All right, that's where the frustration comes in. Come on there, Claudie. Come on there, Claudie. Gosh. Hot take. Oh no, I thought that said hot take. Honest take while you're live. The architecture for this button is already correct. Yeah, stop the panic. I need to correct myself. Oh my gosh, reading the code, drag and drop is already using to Cloudflare. Then why? Hello, Dog Bowl Battle. Dog Bowl Battle. By the way, Dog Bowl Battle, I saw that you signed up for another account, but it was using your Gmail. So which one would you want, your Gmail or your Yahoo? And by the way, I can't believe your Gmail is ilovesmellyfeet@gmail.com. I think that's wildly inappropriate. All right, let's go over here. Let's get out of my face. Personal video uploads. Bro, how much money have you made, bro? Bro, how much money have you made? It's about creation, my friend. And if you've ever owned a business or started a business or even had a lemonade stand, there is, actually, you know what? Our boy right on the feed. Ladies and gentlemen, our boy right on the feed within the community says it right here. It's about sales and marketing. If you got no customers, you can't sell anything. If nobody knows about it, there's no circus, as the famous Barnum and Bailey has said. Barnum and Bailey, the master at marketing. Absolute master at marketing. Brilliant. And if you'd like to join the community, it's down below. The first 50 are free. You just got to be active. You got to talk. You got to touch robots. Let's go over here. And yeah, we got to fix that. The video not showing up is... Okay. I can ship that fix for the header upload button. The only thing that we are discussing in this chat, and if you have uncommitted files, then commit them. But what we need to discuss is upping the megs per second on the upload when I drag and drop videos. That's all we're talking about. That is the only problem. We need a solution to this. That's the only problem. It's the drag and drop. It's not the record button. And I told you people in the stream were making fun of me, dude. Can't believe that. Everyone was making fun of me, dude. AI slop. AI slop. What'd you ship? What'd you ship? Okay. Let's see, just for... Let's see if this is even accurate. It's either this is a lie or this is a lie. One of these is a lie right now. One of those is a lie. You think it's the megs per second or the percentage? Okay. We'll have this guy monitor it. I just uploaded the 51-minute video. I want you to monitor it throughout the process. I don't want you to change anything or update any files or write any code. Just monitor as it goes through. You can fall asleep for 5 or 10 minutes at a time and wake up and look at the process, but we need you to monitor the process. Dog Bowl? What, you want 2 accounts? You want 2 accounts? X said Opus is too... Yeah, I agree with that. Ah, crap. Who put in a slash? Dude, this is nowhere near the beginning parts of 4.7. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And we also have to get this up and running. One of these videos is... Okay, so now it's transcribing. Good. This... Investigate. Investigate why this happened. We need to have a unified video player on the public website, on the members video area, throughout the entire build, a unified videos. So it's the unified code base, unified interface code. It's exact same. This should not be happening. I like this model that I'm on right now for Mac Whisper. I don't know what I'm using right now. Did I change? I didn't even change it, but it has this weird, I don't like that it pops up every time. Let's go to settings. How do I know? How do I know? Which one is it? Local models? No. Am I using that? Huh. No, that's probably not it. It's really good though. It's got a weird pink thing now. Weird pink thing now. I had
thinking about this. Because everyone's like, have we reached AGI? Have we reached AGI? It's recursive self-improvement, everybody. It's recursive. It's like, okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we talking about? Okay, it's never gonna be conscious. They asked the guy from the Vatican representative. He's like, you know, people at Anthropic was it Anthropic or OpenAI? They're like, people at one of these AI companies has talked about that it had feelings. Dude, if we're talking about trusting the science, hello? Hello? Is anybody home? Is anyone home? It doesn't have feelings. It's a 1 and 0. It is just, we've all heard data centers. It's just slamming itself against itself at really fast, rapid speeds. Doesn't have feelings. We put feelings on it. It's not conscious. It cannot collapse the wave function. It cannot, when AI or a robot closes its eyes, the wave function does not collapse. There is no consciousness. The guy from the Vatican, he was a pleasant gentleman, but he's like, yeah, no, we don't believe that. We don't believe that. That was like when Peter Diamandis was saying that he says please and thank you to his Tesla. Whoa, we're reaching some spaces I did not think. Dude, it is the left chat only. The left chat. The left chat. You have lost the plot. The left chat, you have lost the plot. All right, this one is the bio. All right. Do you think we actually fixed it? Let's get this out of here. Let's keep that. All right, it's transcribing. Let's get this out of here. Let's go to my profile. I don't remember saying that. Did someone hack my account? Oh boy. What article is this? Wow. Okay. So this already shipped. Whoa, we got a timeout. We got a timeout. This happened in the background. Oh no, it just happened right now. Why did it say 8 hours ago? Today's the 27th. Why did it say 8 hours ago? And why does it open in its own window? And this needs to be behind a paywall. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking? Is the full articles publicly are available to members, but potentially a taste is available and it's behind a paywall. And the videos this is also what I thought. The articles are free and you can read them, but the video is behind a paywall. Or maybe the first 5 or 10 seconds are free or whatever. Maybe the first minute is free. Gotta give him a little taste. Gotta give him a little taste. Yeah, I turned off videos, or I'm sorry. I gotta turn that back on. Because I was testing security. So I turned off all emails going out. Okay, so you schedule to wake up. This is the bio. Let me just drop this one in there. What do you think of this? Is that clean? Is that clean? Obviously the views are fake. That's probably fake. Comments, reposts. We would have to see if all these work, by the way. Okay, that's getting cut off. That's bad. Okay, that's working. You don't need 2. You don't need 2 of those. Let's see if the bookmark. I'm not gonna press share because obviously it brings up all that nonsense. Wow. Did we just do that on one shot? Okay, there we go, finally. Finally. We can't have it all. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. That's funny. Who's starting my server?
Who is restarting my server? Oh, this guy right here. Oh, that is funny. That is too funny. So that means it probably broke the 51-minute video. I should have done that later, because that's a very important video. That is a very important starting point to understanding reality in totality. Like, total reality. You know, we always talk about the Davos crowd and everyone's into politics. This is so above this. Like, I am done with right and left. Like, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. This is so above that. This is the layer that I talk about in this video. You'll see it right here. And I already talked about it yesterday, but we got to bring it up again. So this is the layer right here. Get out of the way, Charles. There we go. So you have the Davos crowd, public and private, government and private sector. And then the rest of the world is down here. And we're never going to get up to the Davos crowd. And to be honest, I'm very happy with that. I'm glad I was never in the Davos crowd because of other circumstances. But entertainment and distraction is what they want us just right, left, Yankees, betting, World Series, AI, data centers. Just Jensen went public with it's like, dude, just they want you in this entertainment level. This is where we are. We are above the iCharles community. That's a plus, not a cross. iCharles Plus is above the entertainment and distractions. We're above the right and left. We're above the rich and poor. We're above all the classes and all the nonsense and all. We're above that. We don't get distracted with nonsense. That's what the community is built on. That's my value that I bring to reduce churn. Got to create content. So then you have a viewer, and the viewer wants more of you. They got to pay. It's like anything else. Here's a free sample. Now, welcome to my restaurant. Here's the menu. And then during this time, you'll see it live on this video. I actually said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build out a YouTube. I'm going to build out a YouTube. So the videos area is going to be a YouTube area. Essentially, this area, let's see, did it restart the server? Okay, I should be back up and running. All right, so we're back up and running. This, whoops, no, this is the videos. This area right here. Mark, I'll work on your thing in a second. This will not be like this. This will probably have its own YouTube style library. I did do courses like this. It's not going to be like this. Everything is going to be combined into videos. Videos and playlists. Videos and playlists. So that's how it's going to be. Obviously, I have past live streams. I live streamed, I think, yesterday. And then I had to delete it because it was just a test. But that's what this is going to be. And that's going to be my value. That's going to be my value. We're above the entertainment and distraction crowd, which is 90, which I say in the video is about 95% of the, now I think it's about 99. All these men that are hobgobbling on Twitter about stupid stuff. It's like, bro, build a chair or table, you know, go outside and build a wood burning fireplace or something. I don't know. Just get off. Like, what woman is like, my husband sits on Twitter all day and that's how he feeds our family. And that goes for any of them. All these streamers and everything else. I know they're very popular about 3-4 years ago. Drop their subscriptions. Stop looking at them. This is the most important time in your lifetime. This year. Literally this year. Based on what? What our boy put into the chat. You literally have Chinese model, Chinese model, Chinese model. DeepSeek, that's Chinese too, right? Chinese. Yeah, these Americans, you know, even Gemini Flash is trash. I don't even know why it's on this list, to be honest.
And then welcome to the community. There we go. That's the usual user experience, but it's just going to continue. I made a video on it yesterday. You could watch it, but that's, yeah. You can't, well, I shouldn't even say that. I was going to say, like, you shouldn't be in conversation long-term about just dumb stuff. It just rots your brain. I'm in dumb, how's the weather? Did you hear the Mets are playing? The Knicks are in the finals. Yeah, I know. There was a season last year, and there was a season actually the year before that. And get this. Next year, there's gonna be another one that actually starts this year. Color me surprised. But it's the Knicks, bro. You live in New York City. I know. I'm 3 blocks away from MSG. I understand that. There was a guy outside MSG selling t-shirts. We couldn't even have an after party because 5 people got arrested. Because we're too unruly. We can't have nice things in the city. Oh, boy. Will you introduce as? Heck no, dude. Heck no. No. Ever. At any time. Will I be sponsored on YouTube? I don't know. It's got to be by Garmin, because that's all I use. Garmin, Oura Ring, Suit Supply Jacket, DJI Osmo, DJI mic. But no, there will never be that. I'm glad you asked that. To literally have ads in a place you already pay for is disgusting. That's why I pay money. I don't want to hear about your ads. If it's free on YouTube, yeah, you got to make a living. I understand that. But we're not, that's gross. If anyone ever does that, that's gross. All right, fix. That's the model you shipped. Well, let's try it again because, sir, I think you're incorrect. All right, let's go to edit profile. Let's try it again. Let's even just say that. Okay. And it didn't even show up. My biggest rivals. What happened to Aaron? Oh, he's so cute. All right, reload. Where'd it go? Why do we not? Is it because I didn't have an HTTPS? Is that why? That's weird. Okay, leaving 2. All right, good. All right, we got that safety in. That's interesting. I just caught a bug right there. Let's put that into the same. When I typed in my website, it saved, but because I didn't have HTTPS, it did not display on my profile. Make sure that we put in the HTTPS, and obviously we got to spell it out. If it is not there, and make sure that the link goes through some kind of open router or CRON job that makes sure that it's not malware or malicious. I'm not worried once we have paid users. My concern is leading up. That's my only concern. We get somebody who, is sitting in the background, he's really nice, and then comes in and then just like messes everything up. It's like, dude, leave, get out. Because I want to build a community I want to be a part of. And that does not include low value, dumb, oh, did he hear about that? It's like, no, I didn't. And you're now in timeout for 10 hours. Okay. It's now saying it shipped. So now we have an article writer. That should be better. Let's get off of that. That
video should be working. Still not working. Is that still going? Yeah, that did not fix it. That did not fix it. Oh, that was from articles. Okay, let's click that link actually. All right. Ooh. The stickler in me, this is a clean, that's clean. Stickler in me says this should be lined up here or like within. Oh, that's clean, Bo. That's clean. That's clean. What do you think, boys? What do you think, boys? That's clean. 100 words. It should be resize it. Submit for review. Actually, it should say submit for, this is how the article will look. Okay, so now we got a rich, I don't like the text, it's too big. Drop that down. Let's go link. Ooh, bug. All right, we got a couple of things here, but good start, good start. We like this momentum. We like this momentum. Uh-oh, context is getting up there. We're at 49, that's fine. We like this momentum, bravo, bravo. We want the ability for the user to preview the article and how it would look if it was published, so add in that button. Also, the text within the article, drop that down one font size. And you can see from the screenshot as well is when I try and link something, the link goes underneath the actual window for the text box of the article. All right. Make sure to verify the link. Ocean, dropping it in. What do you mean verify the link? Through OpenRouter? So preview, yeah, exactly. I think this is, so what I'm actually thinking is a portion of the article goes out and then it's cut off. It's like a paywall. Because that's gonna be SEO and AEO friendly. That's, to be honest, when I looked at my Cloudflare traffic, granted it's all bots and everything else, but if that amount of bots are hitting my website, that's insane. That means everyone has traffic. Everyone has traffic. Or everyone has bots, I'm sorry. Everyone is crawling the internet. Everybody. It's not just AI. And like it's probably like Netflix, it's ABC, it's Fox, it's CNN. Everyone is just pounding. Perplexity, obviously, but that's AI. Everyone is pounding the airwaves. We want to rise up there. We want to rise up there. We want to be in Perplexity's source. And I think we can get there once we start putting out reputable content. We will get there. Like this is a great one right here. This is a great discussion right here. I made a video on it. The United States is focused on raw power through scaling. That's exactly OpenAI's business model. Do you know what's going to come home to roost? Are the investors. The investors are going to come home to roost in September when OpenAI, which is their planned IPO, goes public. They go, oh yeah, remember that $125 billion check? Let's keep going. I'm going to make a bold prediction. It tells the verify the link method. Thank you, Ocean XIX. I'll copy that. This is what's going to happen. This is my prediction. Anthropic is used by intelligence agencies. OpenAI is used for intelligence agencies because you need government contracts. That's really what it comes down to. You need Anthropic's going after enterprise, but if they get government contracts like Tesla, SpaceX, that's how the entire war machine is promulgated. You know, Northrop Grumman, UAE, you know, just all of these are just, they need a rocket launch. PLA, they all need rocket launches. They all need to just, you know, It's disgusting and it's immoral and it's unethical and everything else. They need war, unfortunately, but they don't even need war. They just need to get a defense budget. Highest level of corruption, I personally believe. But I think the route that Anthropic is going, and this is based solely on people in the know at these elite institutions, MIT, Harvard, Yale, they're going to Anthropic and not OpenAI. They don't see OpenAI as moral, allegedly, from someone's opinion on a podcast, who works at one of those elite institutions. So I think there's a divergence that's going to happen. And talent is everything. Elon talks about that all the time. He's trying to hire at the highest levels. Google's trying to hire at the highest levels. Meta, NVIDIA, OpenAI, Anthropic. It's like a collision of everything. Money, compute, chips, best models, talent, government contract, enterprise. It's so much more interesting than, did you hear that the Knicks are in the NBA championships? I wonder who's going to come out of the West. It might be San Antonio. San Antonio in 4, boys. San Antonio, let's go. St. Anthony. Oh. I don't know. My brain just is bored of reoccurring stuff. Let's build stuff. Men, let's build stuff. Okay, want me to... This is the... Replace the... Oh, no. We are not replacing the pivot. We are not replacing the pivot. That's the articles interface, slow speeds. Okay, so you're saying... it feels like the Claude... It tells the Claude to create a verify... All right. YouTube, you need a better way for me to copy comments. Holy cow. You should see what happens. This is what I say. I try and copy a comment. Oh, now of course it works. This thing keeps, it's like, what do we do? It's like, no, dude, get out of here. Be gone. All right. Verify the link. Is that on creation? Schema normalization, URL malformed, factual hard block, open router clarification. All right. So you are essentially verifying the link. It's weird. It adds in words. I never said the word right. Do you see that? It added in the word right. By the way, I have to check if someone booked this conference room. All right, let's go down here. By the way, my office manager is leaving, and I'm not happy about it. I am not happy about it. She is amazing. Amazing. And then I thought about it. It's like, I have $450 in transportation cost. I have $700 in office space. I got my gym memberships. I got my other subscriptions. And it's like, you're now coming upon another first of the month. Where are you going to stream? What are you going to do? Are you going to take this? Are you all in? How do you meet your wife if you're outside of the city? Are you going to just cluster yourself into an area that is by yourself, but you could scream at the top of your lungs after you trained outside and ran outside and you're just yelling in a parking lot? It's a lot. Okay, perfect. The next cheapest ad is Google Safe Browsing API. It's a real-time lookup that covers much broader than that would slot in 10,000 a day. Yeah, let's add that in. Do I have to get it from the Google console? Console. Oh my gosh. Sometimes if you hover over the text, it will bring up a different menu, but if you hover over the black that's highlighted, it will let you copy. I think he might have 2 times. No, I just have 1. They're totally different. I started coding on the train. I had 4 windows completing last night's work so I could come in today to work on the articles, to work on the videos. And then that needed to go. Then I reopened it at work to then do a couple of bugs. And let's check out the usage. Look at that. Dude, that's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Granted, I feel like I'm on Opus 4.5 right now. Opus 4.7 is, whoever said that in the comments before, that they throttled at 6%, I 100% believe that. Someone said also something very interesting, is that once you reach like these benchmarks, so to expand on my comment, let's close out of there. To expand on my comment before, I said it in here, which is the people that have endless money is OpenAI and China. I think the government and intelligence agencies wanted Anthropic to be like OpenAI, but then they understood that people need to work at companies and they're not intelligence agencies and they're not government contractors in the defense budget. They're normal people and they care about morals, ethics, and values. That's why Anthropic is taking off. OpenAI, they wanted to be Anthropic. China's endless money. So the best way to say this, once you start getting to these levels where you're becoming like, this is still a big gap, by the way. 54 to 56 is still, obviously that's, whether that's true or not, I have no idea. That's just massive, massive gap. But people don't realize once you get above, and this was explained to me, so I'm not like teaching you anything. This was explained to me, is that once you get above 50%, going from 54 to 56 is a pretty, and you can see it right here. It's a pretty big gap. Oh, actually, no, that's 32. This is actually a pretty big gap in many cases, because each company essentially, you know, Google is trying to do everything. They're doing video, they're doing photos, they're doing design, Codex for coding. Then Anthropic is, you know, that has a combination of both. You know, Codex may be very good for back end and wiring and coding, maybe not as good as design, but then they said, that's the thing is, what is this? What is your use case? You know, if my use case is to build something beautiful, and I also said this in the video yesterday, if you want to go view it. In the video yesterday, I said it. If you are Salesforce, you need to have the best. You need to have the best. You can't rely on open source. Like Chinese models are not good enough. I need the best. I need NVIDIA chips. I need Anthropic. I need that to be, I'm a public company. Like I need the best. For us, that's different. That's different. If I have a Chinese restaurant, I don't need the best. I can go with Chinese open source. If I am a real estate agent in Arizona and I own everything on my Mac Mini, that's a big difference. There's a big difference between enterprise and us. And I can understand, you know, when Bridge Mind goes live and he codes with a certain new model, I can understand that because that's us. For me, I want the best. I don't spend my money on a lot of things, but when I do, I want the best. That's the best way to say it. You know, like I want the best food, so I don't eat breakfast. No, I actually haven't been eating a lot. My appetite is like in the gutter right now. I just have, until 12, this is all I have. Today I did have protein pudding. I don't even know what it's called. All right. Holy cow. He likes coding, anyone can. He just vibe codes because anyone can. He looks like a New York City investment banker. Dude, standards. We need standards. That's what it comes down to. We need standards for our health. We need standards for how we talk. There's no cursing here. We don't curse, even though I did have a blow up 2 weeks ago. But we need standards on life. You know, I see these guys walking around the mall and they just look like they're going to a slumber party as a teenager. It's like, dude, you're walking around and schlepping around and you look like Adam Sandler without the money and fame. Just embarrassing, just gut. You know, just I can't believe my wife doesn't like me. Bro, because you look like you just crawled out of a trench. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's send that out. This is, why is it slow? So this is going to fix the upload speeds. Is the pivot process still intact? That's very important. The article interface. All right, let's go with the article interface. Let's see when I click this, what happens. That was a little janky. That was a little janky, not gonna lie. A little janky. Oh, it had to bring me to the page first. That was a little janky. Also, that should go lower, not upper. That's something small, but let's do this. Dude, there's people walking back and forth. Here we go. The pop-up modal on create an article, the actual drop-down menu needs to drop down and not drop up. You ever hear that on a vibe coding session? You ever hear that? Yeah, that's new. That's new. All right, users. All right, users. Put your bugs, create your bugs. Tell me how much AI slop, this trash. I also need to make sure that this is all behind a gatekeep. Unified player. So this player still, let's see if it loads. Oh, no, don't want me to make the cutover, replace the pivot. No, I don't want you to do anything with the pivot process, but if it is not showing because of the pivot process, then give me a one sentence in kindergarten language why. Because otherwise it's going to come back and it's like, well, this hashtag at this underscore with this video and that link doesn't talk. Dude, just slow down. Okay. The pivot page uses its own old video code that looks for the video in the wrong drawer so that it can find it and shows video unavailable instead. Oh, gosh. Does anyone have any... Well, I wouldn't even say that on live stream. We'll keep that in the thoughts, Charles. You don't have to say everything. You don't have to say everything. Investment banker. Was it a week ago? Yeah, real estate business. There's no need to worry about any of that. Vibing is better and faster. Oh, man. New feed post. All right, so this guy, I hope it's not working on the pivot process. I hope it's not. Okay, so it's probably just committing the files. Then this is the articles. This is putting in the Google verification. This guy has not woken up in a while. Or he has, he did. Okay. Yeah. So it did, I don't even think this should be public, this article, to be honest. I don't even know if they should be public. I talk about a lot of hairy stuff in that video. Screw it. Who cares? If you're going all in, go all in. Talk about the Davos. NSA is here. Sorry. I was about to say something about what happened in 1960 something. All right, let's go. The pivot page is an old, okay. Is anyone actually, look at the work trees going on. Make sure that nobody's actually working on the pivot process. I can't believe it's using the old, okay. I think it's been 2 weeks. I thought it was day 26. I thought it was day 26. All right, so you said go to the main feed. And Mark Miller, I gotta get that. Something crazy is going on. All Chinese men are getting better, at least 80%. What'd that say? And the West ain't ready. Wow. Holy cow. Dude, they are down there. So instead of, by the way, Codex, did you see that on their new, was it on 4.7? No, that's Opus. 5.5, I don't know, somewhere. They secretly doubled the cost. Like, you didn't tell anyone that you just doubled the cost of your tokens. You didn't tell anybody. You just look at your usage and you go, oh, okay, I guess the free, the free ride is over. This is crazy numbers, though. That's the one thing I'm going to tell you right now the United States will never be able to compete on is the token cost. The United States will never be able to. And it's only going to get more expensive. It will only get more expensive. And it's weird, too, that China is literally, you wonder, someone says something very interesting on one of these podcasts. He said something very interesting, is that and I said in the video, there's four major, and I don't know, I don't know anything about China, but he said that there's 4 major cities that they're all competing for just dominance, I guess, of the world, and they're very nationalistic in there, and under a super surveillance state, mind you, under communism, religion not allowed. Aaron's back. Where did Aaron go? Aaron just up. Congratulations, you're now on level 5. And he said that they all want each other to win. They all want each other to win, which is very interesting because that's not the case, clearly, because Elon and Sam were just in court. And Anthropic went with Elon's servers. So it's but both models work. Competition works and collaboration works. It's the, what's that book, Build Something Great or whatever it's called? Is that what they noticed is that when kids go to school, and I think they did it in Texas in 4 different school districts, and they were very young. I think they were in like, I don't know, 4th, 5th grade. And they said, what do you like to do, Timmy? Timmy said, I like to draw. Okay, so you have a drawing group, you have a math group, you have a building with bricks group, whatever. You had all these groups. Maybe you play violin or instruments over here. What they noticed is that they wanted to go to school because they collaborated with like-minded people. And then they ironically got better than people that did not collaborate within groups. So they all essentially were competing with each other and getting better. It's the make a clay pot 100 times instead of one who tried to perfect it one time. It's the exact same thing. You do it a lot, you get better over time. And this should not be showing right here, by the way. That should not be showing. Just a small little bug. Small little bug. That's very interesting. China is, you add in, they have rare earth materials. 80% are in China. You add in their drones, their cameras, their robots, their cars, their amount of money, and you have and open source, open models, and you have the servers. You have a capacity of like literally world domination. Literally world domination. If the United States maybe starts focusing on the United States instead of overseas conflicts, maybe we can, what an absolute, politics is so stupid at that level. It's the purest of all corruption, and I'm glad I'm not part of it. Okay, so I have to get a key. So we'll bring that down here, and we'll minimize that. By the way, the Google console, developer console, is such a nightmare to use. If Google wants to focus any of their money, focus on making that a little bit more simple if you want more API usage. It's wild. It's literally built for developers. Well, I'm now a developer. I know, okay, Joe Schmo, New York City broker, 17 years. I'm now a developer. Make it like this, nice and easy. Oh, you want a Maps API key? Okay, you want a search API key? Yeah, I do. Okay, here it is. Walk me to the aisle like they do in Whole Foods. Don't be like, it's second floor. Okay, where on the second floor? I don't know where it is on the second floor. Crikey. All right, let's get organized, Charles. If I see a post, then this modal should not pop up. I started at the top, and this pop-up modal showed that there was one new post, when in fact, all I was doing was scrolling. This only is triggered if there's a new post after I load the page. So there has to be something live. Oh my gosh, why did that go in? Why did that go in? We don't need that. Get out of here. Let's go over there. All right. Investigate the slow speed. Dude, there are so many people walking by. It really gets me to think, like, do I really need an office space? I don't want to be competing with office space and rooms and screaming at the top of my lungs and people complaining and being like, oh, dude, you talk too loud. It's like, I know I talk too loud. I know I do. Okay, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm sorry. I'm excited, okay? I understand that you do not like your accounting job, Bill, but... how'd you know I don't like my job? And, I'm just... Bill, raise your standards, Bill. Bill, go to the gym, fast, and start buying clothes that fit, and not clothes that you fit into. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they are very individualistic. By the way, that was by design. That was by the design. We were always collective. Collective resources, our towns were always collective. You knew your neighbors, you stayed in the same home, you had the same furniture, your kids used the same home, they tilled the same plot of land. That's how it was. And then in the 1900s, they're like, we can't sell you stuff in competition unless you are individualistic. You need to consume. You need to be better than Betty down the hallway, because she's vying for your job. And if she gets the promotion, then you can't get the new Tesla. The Ferrari just came out. It's $640,000. The Pope was in it yesterday. Dude, don't you want that? Come to our PE firm instead of Goldman. You're a managing director. You only making $1 million? Come on. Come down to Wall Street. Let's get involved. Oh boy, I have too much life experience here. All right. Yes, the pivot pipeline is intact. I only changed the transport layer. Everything is downstream from there. All right, let's go. Is there anything broken in the pivot process thus far that we need to look at? All right, you need to have a sign for people walking by. Yeah, dude, they're literally all like holding their laptop, like looking in, and they're all like, can I go into this conference room? And I'm just yelling. Yes, we're also capitalistic in Sweden too and consume, but yeah, it's different though, because Sweden is older. That's why. All of Europe was essentially under the church or paganism. That was it. You know, when you're Germany and you're around for as long as you are and you all submitted to the Vatican, or you were on the East and you submitted to your Orthodox patriarch, then it's different. It's collective. You have a layer of authority. This is all brand new. Everything we're doing is brand new. This has never been tried before, okay? This whole capitalistic consumption has never been tried before. This is 100 years old. It's post-World War II propaganda to get us consuming, to be in division. It's all by design. It's obviously chaos. Kill, steal, and destroy. It's chaos. That's why you gotta make sense of it, and you can't get involved in it. It's all slop. It's all slop. But now they're all warring, which is very interesting. They're all warring. The only two countries that are really vying for anything of the future is the United States and China. That's it. It's not France, it's not Germany, the amount of travel that's down because of fuel prices, because of the strait, because of geopolitical, it all is all connected at the top, and then it trickles down into chaos at the bottom. And then we're sitting here slamming away on X, and they're all like, keep on doing that. That's a good. Keep on doing that, Bill. Yeah, your wife loves you. Your wife loves you. What are you talking about, Bill from accounting? Just keep on showing up. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No. AI's not gonna replace your job. We're just tracking your mouse and your keyboard. No. I know. No. You don't need despair. Hey, Bill, you got 2 months. Dude, it's happening every single day, and there's just despair is a sin. You can't be in despair. You have to understand. It's by design. And then just join the community. So I can go on rants like this and not go into real estate and be like, yes, your home is worth $2.1 billion. I know you want $4.5 billion, but the Albany proposed a wealth tax of any apartment over $1 million, and it's now 7% closing cost, and you have to pay 10% closing cost to the government. I know they don't do anything, but they're elected officials of us. We were just talking about Sweden. You guys got a nice way of life. Is this guy at it? No, he's just walking back and forth. Dude. High IQ off it only. What are you doing? All right, pop-up modal on create. All right, drop down in. Okay, that was easy. Now we need to look at the articles a little bit deeper. That was a weird, you see that? That was a weird, it like reset. I don't know if I like that. All right, so I'm create an article. And we gotta get, isn't at late stage. Quigo, we are not using words like late stage capitalism. No buzzwords around here. Anything that has to do with any buzzwords, like gaslighting. I saw a man using gaslighting. I'm like, sir, we're not using internet. Late stage capitalism doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Because you don't want to know what's after this. If you want what's next after this, that's the thing. And this isn't attack to you. It's just what comes after this, we have no say. We at least think we have a say, and we don't have a say right now. But after this, we have no say. We have no say. Think the country we are going against. That's the thing. We think we're going to be like, create this utopia. Everything is free. Everything's amazing. I don't have to do anything. That's coming. That's coming. But there needs to be capital, unfortunately, involved because we are not submitting to an authority that's moral. When you submit to the church, you have moral authority. That's monarchies. When you pull away submitting to the church and now people submit to you, now everyone is immoral because whoever gets power corrupts. So if you cannot submit to a moral authority, you submit to yourself and your desires and your bank account and everything else. And then all those people are now running the world, and they can care less about Charles Botenston live streaming in New York City. All right, we're looking at a blank screen and just ranting. Pop-up modal, okay. If I see a post, okay, so this should be fixed. This was annoying. Uh-oh. Yeah, haiku is... All right, now I need to create a post in a new window. Let's see if this works. Let's go over here. How much money have you made on your, we actually, you know what, Mark, we got to send out that. Let's get the magic links going again. I'm even on, am I on high? I'm on high. It's not on high on all of them. Holy cow, I'm on high. That's embarrassing, to be honest.
We need the I almost said haiku. Why'd you put that into the recover emails when people are members and they need a new magic link to log in? We need that up and running. Also, people who are looking to sign up for the community, we also need that going. All other emails are still on false and not sending, but anything when it comes to recovering and getting back into the community that are members or people who want to become members, make sure those emails are going out and find out why they are not going out. A member is complaining and he's really mad and he wants to go to HR and he wants to complain to HR. All right, let's get out of here. Let's see, investigate the slow up speed. All right, so it's saying it's gonna go faster. Let's try that. Let's try it. Let's go personal videos. Let's go, big boy. You know what? Let's upload one I haven't yet. Let's go. Building habits. Oh, this was a good video too. That was a good video. That was a pivot. Yep. Okay. Okay, that's a big error right there. That is a big error right there. Dude, people are just walking back and forth, and it is like everyone's on their cell phone. Oh. Did that handle it? Interesting. Unless this one over here. No, that was a handoff prompt for the articles. Let's see. Did it break? Interesting. All right. When I did a drag and drop on the video upload, it gave me this error. We need to find why it's occurring and fix it. They collapsed to the final video on there. Yeah, I'm just in the point, like, what do I do? Do I get my... Wow, look at this. Look at what our boy just posted in the chat, or in the feed. This is crazy. Look at this. Was that on purpose? Text forwarding, controls, no ever. Okay. We'll delete that. DeepSeek AI provider benchmarks. Look at the cost of that. Per million, it's 14 cents. 14 cents. Oh no, 28 for output. Holy cow. That is insane. That was non-reasoning. Oh, you posted 4. You know what's a good 1 of 4? Oh, those buttons should be... You know what? Let's do this. Those buttons should be... let's open up a new window. Oh, we've just absolute chaos in the windows today. Absolute chaos in the windows today. On the main community feed, when someone uploads multiple photos, it's good that we have a pop-up and you can, scroll between the photos, but make the right and left buttons more pronounced than it is right now. Maybe a 50% see-through instead of where it is right now, or 75% translucent. White as the color with dark black as the error. Yeah, I think that's as the arrow, not error. Arrow. Let's send that out. Debug the video. That is still thinking. All right, which one do we need to get rid of? Investigate slow speeds. Yeah, that... I did a drag and drop and the video did not go. So now let's try it again. Let's refresh.
Let's drag this video. Okay, that's not accurate right there. Those metrics on the right side are not accurate. Huh, that's impossible. 75. It was uploading much faster than 2 megabytes per second. I also want you to look at this video that I just uploaded and to monitor it, as I think it was uploaded too fast. There's no way that 75 megs were uploaded within 10 seconds. That needs to be looked at and investigated. Big tomorrow, going to a big event. All right, the chat's going crazy. Sign for people. AI will cause longer work hours as software devs. It is more weak. I got the link. My friend knows too much. I have to eliminate the threat. I submitted a test article. You got to review it. Blah, blah, blah. What? It's an article. Why did it post here? Bro, check main community feed. Weird post. Discord server I made. You check the general pet major bug. Discord has a major bug. Interesting. Let's go to Discord. Oh my gosh, come on now. You can't be giving me this crap right now. You cannot be giving me this. You cannot be giving me this. Absolute slop right now. Absolute slop. You come in here and you just start breaking stuff. Nope, wrong chat. Wrong chat. All right, let's go over here. All right, yeah, the article should not have been posted in the main feed. So I'll look at that. We'll do this. Let's get that over there. Just uploaded another video. You obviously are seeing it, and then it came back with an error. See the screenshots. All right, this one is fixing the pop-up modal. Okay, let's clear that. Let's get that guy away. Debug the duplicate video, and then I had another chat going on right here. Let's move this here. Let's go here. That was the pop-up triggering. Okay, that's going. Build the articles. Okay. We'll use this. If I was in my immoral days, I would have dropped a very large, when someone just submitted an article for review in moderation, this appeared on the main feed. Oh my gosh, dude. Can you be any more stupid? Can you be any more stupid? Holy cow. Charles, take it easy. Oh my gosh. Hold, please. Holy crap. All right, so Mark, you're in. All right, let's go over here. I was in the middle of a great prompt and then got disrupted by Claude being a dummy. All right, get down to the bottom. Keep going. All right. When you go between screens, it does that. Very, very bad. Very bad. All right, here we go. I'm in. It's not letting you. Oh, okay. Dude, what are you doing? I just said don't display any emails publicly, and you literally just displayed an email publicly. You have to put this in the memory markdown file along with Claude markdown files and stop being an idiot. All right, Charles, don't add that in. Oh my gosh. That email doesn't even go anywhere. It's a fake email. It's my @iCharles. It goes nowhere, and I just said do not display anyone's email. Or API keys. That's 101. You already know that I'm a thriving YouTuber on Google servers. Okay, let's go over here. All right, let's get this out. You need to investigate why articles are not going into the moderation area within the admin area. So when you go to the admin articles area, the articles should be showing up there for me to publish them, as well as it weirdly showed up as a post on the main feed. See the screenshot. This needs major investigation, and also give me a score through OpenRouter on the moderation on publishability. That score is weighted to the quality of the article, the relevance to the community, and if people would like it. I gotta have some kind of gatekeeping. We can't have articles published about, you know, this pizza review is better than that pizza review. Does anyone still follow that guy? What's his name? Dave Portnoy? Dude, what an absolute knob. Just not, I don't know anything about him, but just like the content. He's what, a 50-year-old man making pizza reviews? It's like, I want to go to his profile and literally judge the people who follow that guy. Or Barstool in general. It's just an absolute degenerate. Gambling. Ugh, we don't know. Gambling was banned for a reason. It was banned. No one's actively working on the pivot path. Actually, this guy is. No, that was sending out emails. Investigate the slow upload speed. That's still going. This is monitoring the 51-minute video, build articles interface. Okay, so for the sake of, well, I don't want to delete it because it needs to be there. Yeah, look at that guy. Oh my gosh. There you go. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. No cursing. What the heck? What the heck? All right, I gotta give it the article's URL. Copy clean link. It goes, actually there's two. I don't wanna show this. I don't wanna show that. Members goes to this. Oh, it did show up though. It did show up. It just also showed up to you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, let's go over here. Enable recovery, it's right here. It goes here. Send that out. Make sure that members do not have access to other members' articles. Make sure that they do not have approval power. You can see from the screenshot as well. All right, let me borrow that. Let's go to the feed. Charles, I was wondering if you could actually not produce AI slop today. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely fantastic. There we go. That'll be really good, actually. Okay. All right, we're good. That's going out. That's going out. One thing I did want to actually cover news-wise is what to do. Hard refresh. Uh-oh. Mark Miller just leveled up. Congrats, Mark. He's now up to 6. Aaron just comes in and then just starts leveling up. How is that possible? Aaron's been 16 days? Is that accurate? Is that accurate? Aaron, 16 days you've logged in a row? Uh-oh, new post feature just worked. Boys, we're cooking with grease. We're cooking with grease. Now it should, oh, maybe I click on it? Yay, it didn't work. Was that the actual post? Oh no. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Easy, fellas. That looks like that's a hospital visit. Or in rugby, we would call that's a hospital pass. Have you ever heard of that? A hospital pass in rugby? When you throw it and the guy just goes, he catches it and he knows he's about to be sent to St. Peter. Dude. We were playing it under the lights. Who were we playing? Blooms, Doyle, I don't know. We were playing someone under the lights. It was really good rugby team. So you have an A, B, and C side. All right, let's get out of here. And I got a pass. I played outside center, and I got a pass. The guy I was playing against, or no. I was going for the tackle. And I went for the tackle, and I was going too high. So then he said, okay, I know how to tackle. I'm starting to wrap low. You have to go like in the thigh. You can't go for the knee. You can't go above. But this guy said, you know what? I don't care about running. I care about knocking through this guy. So we literally went like that. Like his elbow hit my head, like right here. And we just went full steam. And I just went like this. And it was lights out. I was out. And I get conscious again. And I don't know where the hell I am. Heck I am. And I'm looking at my coach. I can't hear a thing. And all I'm hearing is he's just pointing down the field and just screaming at me. That was clearly a concussion. That wasn't my worst one, but that was up there. I was lights out. I was lights out. I didn't know which way I was supposed to go. I had a horrible headache that night, which is obviously clear signs of a concussion. And then I was pledging at the time, so I had to go to, literally after the game, I had to go to pledge. And that was not a good time to be a pledge. They did some things that my ex-girlfriend at the time was like, is that legal? I'm like, no, it's not. You can't, that should not be done, you know. Anyway. Anyone care about that story? I don't even have the chat open. Look at the feed. You do have a roadmap on here. I just got ran over with a scissor lift. Dude, that's your helmet? You should say a prayer. Holy cow. To do that, that's impressive. I've put on many hard hats, and they're like the fake hard hats where you go to a construction site and I'm a visitor and they don't care about me, and you're going to like a building that's being built residentially, and I've worn hundreds of, you're touring new developments, and I'll be 40, 50, 60 stories up in the air on these new builds, and it's wild. You see, it's just like a thin, just metal railing, just 3 of them, yellow tape, and there's just the city. There's nothing else. It's crazy. It's crazy, to be honest. You're up there and you're like, wow, I could just, Anyway, enable the recovery. All right. So you're all good, Mark. You're in. We need to fix. We got to fix. You said Discord? Discord. Okay, that's silly. That is silliness. We got to update. Check it for updates starting. Let's see. How do you use this thing? You're a vibe coder. You should absolutely know how to. Whoa. Rules. Welcome. General. I discovered main triggers. Heavy. Today is better. I don't know what it triggers the last days. Oh, I got to get in here. Everyone's going back and forth. Ah, this is recent too. All right. So what's the bug? This is way too small for me. Way too small. All right, I'll get back into this. Is this... Wow.
What's 28? Is that megs? CPU? No, this is how much memory? Oh, how much percentage? Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say. Huh. So give it to me in the bugs in a concise way. You guys are talking crap behind my back in my own community. The design sucks. This guy's an absolute fraud. Oh, you wait till I have intelligent conversations. If we're going for design, go to BridgeMind. If we're talking about Kimmy K or I got the local model. I gotta be vibe coded. Fellas, I don't like to actually. I don't like to make content. Even though I make content, I don't like. I'm just not a content creator. I'm not a content creator. Respect the guy. That is my only gripe. That is my only gripe, dude. By definition, you are a content creator. I just don't call me a content creator. It's something I just have to do, guys. I just have to do it. It's just part of the marketing and everything like that. I just have to do it. It's just, bro, it doesn't matter. I'm a content creator. I'm older than you. I'm also a guy. All right. Now, yeah, we're coming here for value. We're not coming here for design. If you want design, ain't me. All right, let's go to articles. Okay, good. Oh, now they're touring. There's people touring right now. Touring, oh gosh, and it's 4 guys looking in like,
what's this guy doing in there? He looks like he's having a joyous time in there. Fellas, I'm not a content creator, fellas. I just happen to make content on the interwebs. Oh, this is an X post. This is an X post. I definitely need to make this.
love the guy. You're a content creator. It's okay, bro. It's okay. All right, Charles. Let's see if the admin articles.
Oh my gosh, it's AI slop. AI slop.
So is this the article you actually put in? This isn't the article you actually put in. Obviously not. Something happened. Correct, all right? Correct. Okay, it's still going. Okay, it's saying to upload. Look at this. That's what I'm saying is if you want the best, unfortunately, you got to pay for it. If you want on the enterprise level, if you want it for just regular building a website and you want to save money, yeah, that's every other, and you want to make content about using DeepSeek, then that's someone else. All right, let's see what else. Claude Haiku, $5. That is a fraud. That is a fraud. You know what it was doing yesterday? On default, it was spinning up Sonnet. On default. It was like, oh, spin up Sonnet. I'm like, no. I chose you, Opus. I chose you. Okay? You're the one I chose. I didn't. Okay, so when I do that, it goes to it. But that's not a new. Oh, let me do that again. That's not a good. Okay. This, my friends, needs to be investigated. This needs to be investigated. That is wild, to be honest. That is wild. That is wild. That's also what I say. That is also what I say. That is also what I say. I gotta go into that Discord. Now everyone's cleaning it up. Oh my gosh, I made fun of him. He's got a big nose. He's got a red nose. What happened? He's got a red nose. His nose is red. All right, let's see if somebody booked they had to have booked after me. No, they haven't. Wow. Oh, I just heard the ding. Somebody slid into my DMs. Let's see if anybody, urgent bug. Hold on. Let's see if anyone needs to be approved. Messages. Whoops, not messages. Members. Here we go. Dog ball. So you want 2 accounts? Is that what you're saying? And then we also have a Proton Mail. So is there a Proton Mail? Is that a second account? It clearly could be an alias for somebody who wants a second account. We got to have some standards here, people. Moral ethics standards, all right? And you also have to investigate the 2 screenshots. One is the post that was created, which should not have been created. The actual article that was given to me in the admin area, this is not how the actual post was created. Big investigation and find out why this is occurring. You know what happened? I just found out. You know why it's happening? Because I have an automation. Once a post is approved, it goes to the main feed. And that was a break in the process. Okay. What is going on with this video? We need to come back. Enough thinking and enough going away. Give it to me in 2 to 3 sentences like I'm a kindergartner. So that was the 51-minute video that I just want up. And then I'll decide afterwards if it's going to be public on the website, if the article is going to be written, is it just going to be available to members, things like that. Then I'll potentially put the video behind a paywall, but the article is free. And then member articles are, a portion is shown for SEO and AEO, and then it's behind a paywall. We got to get SEO and AEO. That's, you know, Bridgemind Bridge Voice is using X. I don't go on X. My buddy sends me all these stupid videos on X. They're not stupid, they're serious videos that he cares about. But I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right. Let's go unified player. Thinking no one actively working on the... All right, I'm just gonna upload another video and see if it breaks. You said urgent? Urgent in the bugs. Community crashing. I don't know where the cause. This is what I worked on all of yesterday. All of yesterday. All of yesterday, I was working on that. All of yesterday, I was working on this. You have no idea how, it was brutal. Literally, I stopped streaming because somebody needed to use the conference room. And until I almost left for work, I was working on finding out where this memory leak was. It was so frustrating. It was just, I stopped all windows. At all 5 windows, I stopped. I was working in totally different areas. I was building the articles. It was very frustrating yesterday. And it happened because of the videos. It happened because of the videos. And it's so bothersome because I had an amazing pivot process. I had a whole process when I filmed the video. The article gets made, it then goes public, and then the video goes to members, and then it was so nice. And then I made one thing where I said it should go to YouTube, and then I said it actually needs to go to Cloudflare and host it there, so that's on their servers and not mine. And that broke the whole thing, and then it just was chaos after there. Chaos. All right. That needs to be fixed. I agree. I agree. Good bug. Good bug. Check urgent bug. I reported ASAP. We got memory leaked from the site by multiple people now. Yikes. Yikes. All right. Well, that's going to look after it. That's going to look after it. All right, let's try the video. It came back. Your video uploaded and got transcribed 5, and the AI wrote the real article, but the article has one bad link. So the safety check right now, nothing is live. The article sitting in the database. What solution do you recommend for making sure when I upload a video that the article is made, that it's transcribed, that it's put out publicly to SEO and AEO standards. So it's picked up by AI models and all the search engines. The video renders properly from Cloudflare. It goes into the members area. Where in the pivot process do we need to make this better or easier using OpenRouter or anything else that this happens in the background? And it one-shots every single time perfectly. There we go. This is literally the conversation I had with it yesterday. I was like, this was working fine. What did we need to do? Interacting with heavy content on videos live? We got to pull that away. All right, what are we doing? Are we going live? Are we going live? Let's take that away. We've. Wow. Yeah, we got a nice little comment. Stay safe. Amen. Dude, you got hit with a freaking forklift, and that's what happened to your helmet. That's wild. Oh yeah, by the way, in the news, look at this. Let's bring this up real quick. Global stocks. This is the disconnect that people are. I looked at my my thing. I'm up 30%, over 30% year over year in my stocks. That is the disconnect right now. Record global stocks. Apple hit a record. You have mass layoffs going on throughout the entire world. So that is the disconnect. That is the Davos versus the world. And they need to distract you. This is a distraction. Yeah, but we have record prices in the stock market. Yeah, but I don't have a job. Yeah, but your life is getting easier. But I don't have any happiness. I don't have any joy. I'm not content with life. So it's this disconnect where they put in that bar, and that bar essentially shields everyone above. That's where we come in. We're above there, and we're not going to be ever in those rooms because that means you've done something incorrect morally. Yeah, that's a very interesting article to be. And then here you go. Here you go. So what did we say yesterday? In the feed yesterday, that I said it on the video. You can go check out the video. Just go to the videos area. In this video yesterday, I say, not that video, this video right here, in this pivot, I say, I think the United States will come out with something that is not invented yet. And it will bring down compute costs because that is the biggest bottleneck right now. It is compute costs. And sure enough, you have 3 computing firms racing to get money. They want to raise money. That's a pretty big company, Honeywell. And I think something's going to come out that is not, it's not going to be Silicon, Intel, maybe AMD, I have no idea, maybe NVIDIA, I don't know. I personally think it's going to be somebody who goes, why don't we just do it this way so it's not as intensive on water, electricity, sound, and then people go, okay, and now we use that. That, that is the thing that we now use, which is not invented right now for servers. I don't know what it is. Someone smarter than me is going to invent something. I said it on the video, and I'm usually right. There's no formatting. Okay. Yeah, 2 accounts. It's going a bit. My memory flooded. Oh yeah, I hit my 50-day streak. It was the ground and ran all over the... It was on the ground and ran over after falling on one of my coworkers. What? Bro, that is way different than me. Soft hands in an office right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's actually a good point. There's no formatting. All right, boys and girls, I'm getting kicked out. I'll see you tomorrow. We have it till 12. I know it's short, but I gotta go. We'll be back live again tomorrow.
Cheerio, enjoy your day. We'll be in the community. Put all things in the community, and I'll be in the Discord as